Hi, it's Mike from the Cyber Guys with another quick tech talk, and this time I want to talk about a very popular subject, blockchain. What is blockchain? Well, we've been talking about crypto for a while in a number of videos, and obviously cryptocurrency, which relies on blockchain, is based on cryptographic technology as well. In fact, we're not going to really get into cryptocurrency in this video, but just the principles of the underlying technology. When people use the term blockchain, what they're really referring to is an immutable, distributed network of transactions that's immutable, that can be relied upon as not changeable and not interceptable and not modifiable. And part of the benefit of this is the fact that it's a distributed information, a ledger that is shared between many different parties. So if you change one, it just comes up as invalid against all the rest. And that's a principle that we've been using in symmetric cryptography for decades. In fact, we call it CBC, cipher block chaining. The concept with cipher block chaining is every block of ciphertext is dependent upon previous blocks. So in a blockchain, and that's why we use the term chain, every transaction with cryptocurrency affects every other transaction that follows it. And because the ledger is shared between all the parties, everyone has a record and the transaction is immutable. Now, in looking at this diagram, you can get a sense of what it really looks like when we employ this in symmetric crypto systems. With cryptography, all cryptography, we start with plain text and we turn to ciphertext. If we use the same algorithm, we'll get the same result. So it's important that the algorithms use mechanisms that will not always give the same result, so that you don't end up with something that would be susceptible to cryptanalysis that could basically identify through frequency analysis and other techniques what the source text really was, because we always get the same result every time. Now we got to change it up. We got to switch it up a little bit. So we use what's called an initialization vector, which then adds some salt to the mix so that when the input from the plain text is executed against the ciphertext, we get a unique ciphertext result. The thing is, instead of going to a fresh initialization vector with the next block in the chain, we use the output block of the previous block as the initialization vector, thus giving us a different result cryptographically. Every time, the previous encryption has a direct impact on the subsequent encryption, so that you can never get in there and forge something because everything was dependent on everything else. It's a chain. It's a series of employing the encryption to each portion, thus affecting the subsequent. Now, while there are some potential problems in using this purely for confidentiality purposes in traditional symmetric key encryption systems, this works really well for financial transactions where traceability and continuity through a series are foundational to the overall principles of security that you're attempting to employ. And because we use extremely complex algorithms in this, and these keys are very strong, you end up with both a strong crypto system, but more importantly, an immutable guarantee that each transaction is authentic. That's, in short, what blockchain is all about and why it's such an exciting technology that's employed in various business industries, and of course, cryptocurrency. Well, that was just a quick tech talk, a little summary of blockchain technology. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.